When you need an aftermarket truck suspension, rely on Tough Country. As well as supplying the four-wheel drive enthusiasts with the best quality, Tough Country Easy Ride suspension utilizes the transverse terrain of the Wasatch Mountains and the rugged terrain of Utah's southeast desert near Moab as its testing grounds. With Tough Country suspension products, all brackets are made from high-quality, top-grade steel and cut to precise dimensions by a state-of-the-art computerized laser beam. View our extensive product line at toughcountry.com.
I needed to add sound. Dang it. All right, so let me start over. Welcome to Trail Hero. I do this every time without fail. So now you have sound. Sorry about that, guys. There's a lot changing whether you're a seasoned vet or new to the Trail Hero program. There's a lot going on this year and some things that a lot of people have done in the past with us that they're used to this schedule because we've been on the same schedule for a couple years. We're changing things up this year, creating a different, feel for the event. So anyway, everyone on Instagram had sound. Everyone on Facebook didn't have sound. So thanks for letting us know what's going on. Of course, if you give us any questions, we will get to them to the best of our ability. This is going to go on for about an hour, and hopefully we get to everything. There is a lot to go over. So we won't go over everything, but we will get to most everything. Anyway, so with that being said, I hope you guys are doing what I'm doing, and if it's Tuesday after work or whatever, you got a cold beverage, this is where it starts for me. So nice thing is I'm talking a lot and get kind of a dry mouth, so hang in there with me as we go, and I may have a couple drinks as we move through this. Big changes this year as we go into Trail Hero. I think the number one big change with the schedule is that Trailbreaker has moved from Friday to Thursday at 2 p.m. So if everyone's kind of used to Trailbreaker being on Fridays, it's no longer on Friday this year. This year it's on Thursday. Readjust your schedules, come early if you wanted to be a part of that or view it. But Trailbreaker is, no matter what, this year on Thursday. And you got you're going to see the 12 best drivers in the world attempting a trail that's never been open before, never been public. Typically, it's the hardest trail in the country. Last year, one guy was able to finish the entire trail. And that's Dave Wong. He named the trail Wong Way. He was a Trailbreaker champion. His first win in Trailbreaker. Last several social media posts we've had kind of touch on the different Trailbreakers that have won in the past. We've got guys that are looking for their third win, and we've got guys looking for their first win. And the guys that are looking for their first win, they are not yet qualified. So the way this all works with Trailbreaker is if you've won an event before, and there's only 6 of them, you get an automatic addition into this year's Trailbreaker. And when you win the Trailbreaker, not only do you get this really cool BF Goodrich Tires Trailbreaker trophy, but this year we're adding the Laser Nut Cup as well. And so we're really excited about that, kind of like a Rock Crawler's rendition of the Stanley Cup. Laser Nut's coming out with a really cool trophy design with all of the previous winners on the cup as well. And then every year that will get passed around from winner to winner. and then new tags made for the Cup and added to the Cup. So should be pretty cool there. For the Trailbreaker, as you get into qualifying for Trailbreaker, there's a bunch of guys out there that think they are Trailbreakers, right? You might be the big dog in your neighborhood on the East Coast or down south. This is an opportunity for you to dive in and become a Trailbreaker. Now, how do you do that? Well, the process of becoming into what we call the last chance qualifier, or really the only qualifier this year, is Tuesday at Trail Hero. So either you're making the trek across the U.S. or, we've got guys coming in from Japan to experience this as well that are going to compete in this year's Trailbreaker LCQ. That's what we call the Tough Country Challenge. It's on the schedule for Tuesday. We're going to take the top 5 and the top 5 will move on to this year's Trailbreaker. Now, we took 6 that are guaranteed qualified in because they've got wins. And we got 5 that are going to come in from the LCQ. We take 12. So that last, or the 7th guy who is actually qualified this year is Michael Brassanini. He won or did well in last year's Trailbreaker LCQ. He actually qualified, had some family stuff come up, couldn't make it last minute, so we gave him the qualification for this year. He's in this year, so we're taking 7 guaranteed right now. You've got Jeff McKinley, Jesse Haynes, Steve Nance, Dave Wong, Cody Wagner, Caleb Redden, and Michael Brassanini. Those are your 7. They're guaranteed into the Trailbreaker. Now you have a whole nother group of drivers that have never won yet, right? And some of them have gotten close. Guys like Jacob Reeves was literally 10 feet away from the win back in 2022, and ended up breaking a rear link, ripping the whole chassis apart. Literally 10 feet from the finish, would have won, broke, and couldn't get through the finish. So there's a lot of heartbreak in this event. Others have tried, they've done well. One to watch out for is John Madcow Hemble. He is always a top contender. He pushes hard. He gets through quick. Last year, he would have been one of those guys vying for the top spot, except he hit a flag and got DQ'd on one of the courses as well. So guys are right there. They are practicing every day out here. It seems guys are even moving here to get more involved in the hardcore aspect of our sport. And as we move through this, we get newcomers in to the main event, and that main event this year is Thursday, 2:00. Look out for that. The BF Goodrich Trailbreaker. You want to be a part of it. You want to see it live. I promise you, it's a spectacle. These guys have the best equipment. They're the best drivers in the world, and they're trying a trail that's never been driven. And I could tell you, it's the hardest trail out there. So. And I get to design it, so lucky them. Now, other things that have been added to the event this year is a public event, so you don't have to qualify, you just show up, and it's also a charity event, and that's the Raceline Wheels Blindfold Barrel Racing event. That's going to be open to the public on Tuesday at 5 p.m. You have a chance at racing around some barrels with your friend in the co-pilot spot, with your wife. Hopefully you don't get a divorce over it. Going to have a lot of fun out on the beach. You're just on flat ground, racing around some barrels. Going to have a good time. And the winner gets a set of Raceline wheels, compliments of Raceline wheels. So all proceeds are going to go to Racing Anxiety, 501c3 that we support through the event. And their mission is getting veterans and people that have developed anxiety through serving out and about and off-road, doing multiple day trips and whatnot. We've been supporting them for a couple years. Tapley Mitchell's heading the group with that, and we're really excited to continue the support of those guys. So that's the Blindfold Barrel Racing event that you all can do Tuesday. It's open to the public. There is no fee to join. Donations are accepted, and that'll all be by Racing Anxiety. So love to have you guys there. Another change this year is what we call Power Hour, and this is very important for those guys that love the deals, going through Vendor Row and buying the best products that you can get available in the market, those are all at Trail Hero. Well, now you have the opportunity to get those products at even a steeper discount, and that's through Power Hour. So every day of the vendor show from 5 to 6 p.m., we are going to be hosting the lowest prices in the entire industry across the board there at the vendor show. So if you're there, you get a chance to buy discounts on tires, wheels, shocks, winches, recovery gear, food, you name it, any chassis. They're all going to be there. Bumpers, sliders, body protection. You look at our vendor list on Trail Hero, it is extensive. There's going to be over 140 vendors there, and it'll be awesome. Now, I've got a couple questions here. Any limitations, tire, motor size? I'm guessing that's kind of toward the blindfold barrel racing on Tuesday. There are no limitations. Just come out and have fun. The driver will be blindfolded. He'll be listening to somebody through rugged radios on how to get through the course. And it should be a lot of fun. If you're not there to compete in it, that's okay. Be there to watch it, because that, I'm guaranteeing you, will also be a lot of fun. Anyway, Power Hour itself is going to be something that I think everyone wants to be a part of. Vendor show every day starts from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so I think the bigger days are going to be Friday and Saturday. Most of the vendors, all the vendors will be in place by Friday. And I feel like that's where you're going to get, the best deals on all the products in the industry, hands down. Everyone waits for like the Labor Day sale, the Memorial Day sale, the Black Friday sales. Well, now you're going to be able to jump in and get into the Trail Hero sale. And I think that just come prepared, right? You guys got an opportunity to get some really good products at affordable prices at the Trail Hero Vendor Show. So something to look out for. That's every day of the vendor show from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Bring some cash or your card, and we'll be able to rock it and get you guys some good parts at a good rate. Another thing that we've got changed this year is the Music Fest acts. Really excited about how this kind of came about. A lot of these artists, especially our headliners, took huge pay cuts just to be able to be at Trail Hero and perform for you guys. Really cool how everyone kind of bands together to help us spread the word, right? The whole reason why we're at Trail Hero is to, what's up, Jacoby? The whole reason why we're at Trail Hero is to spread the love, right? We need to get people with special needs and veterans off-roading. It's a unique opportunity for people. We take it for granted every day. And at the end of to me, at the end of the day, it's all about providing those opportunities, changing some lives, and that's what Trail Hero is really about. When you boil it all down, all the fun throughout the week, this is what matters. Providing people with special needs, motorized access, and veterans, right? Well, why do they need that? They've got physical and cognitive disabilities that keep them from jumping on a bike, riding a horse, or going for hikes. And all these national parks, all these cool places to go to, they're for able-bodied citizens. So the act of off-roading, that is your way. That's your vehicle, whether it's a side-by-side, Jeep, buggy, doesn't matter. That's your legs. That's your opportunity to get outdoors and enjoy it. And that's something we all take for granted, but this is a way to change people's lives. And because of that, because of our message, a lot of our headliner acts, they've taken huge cuts just to be a part of it. And, this year, Thursday headliner, we're looking at Uncle Cracker, which we're really excited about. Just came out with a top 10 hit, played at CMAs. Great person, and really glad to see him come out and support our cause and play for us on Thursday. He's going to have something real special for our veterans. And then Friday we've got Saving Abel. That is going to be those guys have a lot of top hits, good music. And then Saturday we have POD. And if you're unfamiliar with POD, I suggest each of these three people, if you've never heard of them, just type them into your Spotify, Amazon. Go to the Trail Hero Music Fest website. At the very bottom, it has all their music kind of in a player. You can play all that. and it's free to listen to all that stuff if you don't have any kind of streaming service. Those are all good opportunities to understand who our headliners are and what kind of music they play. And I guarantee you've heard them before on the radio, in movies, and a bunch of different other opportunities there, playing with other top artists. So once you hear their music, you're going to go, gotcha, and you'll come out. Now, I've had questions like, why don't you have Carrie Underwood? Look, she costs over $1 million. There is no way in hell that I can afford that. But these artists are working with us at a very good rate to put on a great show for you guys and help us spread the word, and that means a lot to us. So big thanks to those artists and all the other artists that are coming out. There's over 14 artists that'll be there throughout the weekend. Every one of you guys that have Trail Hero passes, all those Trail Hero passes get you, first of all, we have a free drive-in area. You can bring your own beverages and your own food, hang out in the drive-through area at the concert, and watch the music live. That's awesome. There's a fire pit there. Should be a lot of fun. Now, if you don't want to do that, every one of your Trail Hero passes gets you into general admission, so you can get closer to the action if you want. There are other passes available, like VIP passes, Platinum VIP passes. Those are all on the website. If you choose to get a little closer to the action, get closer to the stage, there's some really cool perks in being involved with all those. All that information's on the website, but that should be something that is really sought after this year for the event. Last year we had some great acts. Daryl Worley and Colt Ford and Filter all did great. All the other guys, the supporting acts and opening acts, did great as well. This year we're trying to up the ante and bring more, and I think that we've successfully done that so far. Amanda, we will definitely get to the gala. As we're going through this, some of the things that I want to kind of keep up to date with is camping. Camping is still available. We have about 40 primitive sites left. All of our hookups are sold out, and we have about 50 overland camping areas still available as well. So the overland camping area, you actually take your four-wheel drive vehicle or tents, and you camp on the beach right kind of next to or across the street from the vendor row. And so the nice thing about that is once your camp is set up, you can walk into vendor row, you can walk to the Music Fest very easily. If you're into the off-roading thing, you can definitely jump on trails, go on the mountain, do your thing. But if you're not, you got a great place right on the beach at Sand Hollow, and right across the street is all these cool amenities, food vendors. We've got over 10 food vendors this year, a huge variety for you guys. We're listening. We know you want more. We've got 140 vendors in whole with off-roading, local vendors, all sorts of stuff. So should be pretty fun. I see that Uncle Buck here is getting his boogie lessons in so he can learn how to dance, or he can dance better than I can. I saw a video of him last year dancing with some of the crew, and he did pretty well out there. But anyway, lots of cool things. The other thing that's still open is the charity golf tournament. This year, we are not on the championship course. That was a little too pricey for us. But this year we're on the links course and the Wii course. So the Wii course is 9 holes, all par 3s. And then the links course is all the way up to par 5s. Super fun. This is more about drinking and hitting balls than it is like being a good golf player. All the proceeds go to Four Wheel to Heal. Last year we raised over $4,500 from this event alone for those guys. Kind of a big fun event. It's a lot of fun. Is there showers anywhere for us tent campers? There is. Showers are in, they're actually scattered kind of all over the place. In the park, if you look at our camping website, it talks about on the maps where the showers are located. So, and Amanda, I am hoping that we don't have any of that R word this year. So anyway, some of the big things to look at this year as we kind of go through the schedule, because we're gonna touch a little bit on the schedule. It's kind of easy to go through. If you haven't seen the schedule yet, go to our website. The top of the page is a link that says 2023 schedule. If you're on your phone, click those three little lines that kind of go this way. It kind of looks like a hamburger, and it drops down, and you can, it looks like a hamburger because of the fat, but you drop on that, and you click on the 2023 schedule, and we'll kind of go over that. If you've never been to Trail Hero before, this is where most of your information is. You can see our 2022 recap, which is awesome. It kind of talks about Trail Hero and kind of some of the things we fight for. Always a big deal for everything we do, what the event is about, right? And then as you go through, it talks about where registration is, what the registration hours are. Those are all very important details. You have to be on this. And by the way, all this information is also going to be in our app. The app is getting published in about 2 weeks, so hang tight with that. And we'll next Trail Hero Tuesday, we'll talk a little bit more about the app itself. But as we move through this, it talks about vehicle staging. It talks about on-site amenities, what you could expect, even weather-wise, as far as Amanda's concerned. Weather is a pretty big deal, and it is for me as well. And I think for all of us, we really don't want anything crazy to happen. And then, some other touristy things. If you're in the area, it's nice to be able to maybe not wheel every day. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. I like to wheel every day, but there's some people that don't, and that's okay. Zion National Park's down the road. We've got a couple other state parks that are kind of here locally. Red Rock, Desert Reserve, a bunch of different places that's really cool to be a part of and walk through. So all good things to visit. But the event itself, it really starts Monday, October 2nd. And for many of you guys, we have literally only 11% of our participants come from Utah, which means if you look at the say like a 4-hour radius around the Trail Hero event, there's only like 22% of our people that come from a 4-hour radius. And that means we have people from Texas, Maine, Florida, Oklahoma, Alaska, Hawaii. We've got people from Israel, Mexico, Canada, Spain, Germany, Japan, Australia, all converging onto Trail Hero, and it's become quite the event for that. So for some people, the event starts earlier than October 2nd. For most, including everyone who is signing up and doing this deal, officially it starts October 2nd, which is Monday. We start with the charity golf tournament at Sand Hollow Resort. All that the registration for that opens at 8 o'clock. The event itself starts at 10. When the beer cart opens, that's the important part, right? Beer cart's got to be available for the golfers, and then we start. So we've got a bunch of fun games with the charity golf tournament as well, that ways you can win prizes, you can win money, so fun little buy-ins. And then, of course, all the proceeds go to Four Wheel to Heal as well, our number one beneficiary from this event. And just so you guys all know, when it comes to beneficiaries of the event, the beneficiaries fall in line with our messaging, right? Our messaging is to provide motorized access to people with special needs and veterans. So our beneficiaries primarily are veterans organizations that's based on getting people motorized access, and same with special needs, right? And that's very important. Sounds like somebody's starting Sunday with a wedding at Sand Hollow, which is pretty cool too. Dolly, thanks for adding that. So, let's see here. The Yukon Gear Kickoff Party. Most of you guys are going to experience that first. If you're not part of the Trail Hero golf tournament, the Rockin' Golf Tournament, that's where you're going to land, and that's 5 p.m. at the Sand Hollow Resort Rock Bowl. Look at our schedule page, and it has a picture of the layout and what times, where to park, all that fun stuff. The cool thing about the kickoff party is you're going to have a lot of different vendors there. Obviously, all the Yukon guys are going to be there. They're top influencers. They've got, racers from Ultra 4. They've got all their influencers from Instagram. A lot of the guys that you see pushing and doing cool stuff on different trails all throughout the nation, they will have converged and be on at the Sand Hollow Rock Bowl, hanging out with all of us. That starts at 5 o'clock. The registration doesn't open until 6 o'clock. So, kind of be prepared to hang out for a little bit. We're going to have a DJ on site. There will be some of the crew that will teach you how to line dance. There's other vendors on site as well, like Red River 4x4, Moto Built, and I think about 10 to 15 other vendors that will be on site. So really cool to get different companies involved with what we're doing. And it all starts really Monday afternoon, 5 p.m., Sand Hollow Resort. That's the official kickoff party. And there, the other thing you could do is sign up for the Yukon Gear and Axle Trail Hero Hunt. And so this is a very fun, immersive way to get involved with the event and win cool prizes as you go. Checking in at different locations on the mountain and throughout town. Some of them are easy and some of them are difficult to get to. Kind of all there for the off-roader in mind. But if you're not an off-roader, you can still join and enjoy the hunt and win cool prizes at the same time. So you can sign up there at the kickoff party and get a free swag bag as well. Now, one thing to think about this year, the first 500 people that signed up for Trail Hero this year, which happened like that. I mean, we had 500 people within 2 days sign up for the event. It was our largest 48-hour period in Trail Hero history. Now, granted, that's only 10% of what the event brings in, but all you 500 are going to get a special offer from Yukon Gear and Axle and all the partners like Icon, Dynatrack, and some of the other brands. Look into your mail for something really cool, compliments of those guys. They're going to give you something, and if you're caught with those things, you get some pretty cool prizes throughout the way. So look at that. Look for that in the mail. It's worth it. It'll be a fun way to get involved with the event. Now, the other thing that's going to happen is for the first 500 people that show up to the Trail Hero Yukon Gear and Axle kickoff party at Sand Hollow Resort on Monday night, the first 500 people that go through registration are also going to get a cool swag bag from Yukon Gear and Axle. Compliments of those guys and all their partners, and some of the other partners at the event as well. So, should be pretty cool. Bunch of different cool swag. First 500 people there. Get there early. Get your stuff. Get through the process, and then get some cool stuff from some cool companies. So, look out for that as well. You can register for the Trail Hero Hunt on trailherohunt.com. You can start now. I believe you can start now. Is that right?
No, soon.
Soon. You can start. You can start soon.
Register now.
You can register now.
And you can start soon.
And you can start soon.
Soon.
You can start soon, and that's checking into all these cool locations and getting a chance to win prizes, and you get some cool prizes from Red River 4x4, from Yukon Gear and Axle, Moto Built, and a lot of our other partners within the event as well. And then one thing that kind of everyone looks forward to with the kickoff party is merchandise. And everyone says every year that merchandise, you need more merchandise. Well, we have hopefully the answer. This year, our merchandise is next level. We've got different swag than we've ever had before. We've got different kind of like opportunities to win swag. And then on top of that, if for whatever reason we sell out, we have contracted a dropship company. Amanda wants Trail Hero bikinis. Okay. Apparently we're going to work on that for you. Oh, yeah. You could use the buffs. I've seen Trail Hero buffs used as a top before. Kimberly Plake, Brandy, Faith. A couple people have used them. those are awesome to use and pretty pretty nice to look at as well. But if and when we run out of merchandise, we will have online ordering. So the second you purchase, the second the event is over, we're going to drop ship everything to your house, and you'll have all of your merchandise, so you won't miss out on all the cool stuff that we'll be selling in the merchandise booth throughout Trail Hero all week. We know it's kind of been an issue in the past. We usually run out of merchandise. Even though we buy more and more every year, we almost always run out of merchandise by Wednesday or Thursday. People coming into the event late don't get a chance to get good merchandise. Well, we're all going to have it there so that all you have to do is show up, click on a few things on an iPad, and off you go. Everything's going to be shipped directly to your house, and you'll have it within a couple weeks. So that's been a big program for us to install this year, a big change for us. Now, the Yukon Gear and Axle Kickoff Party should end around 9 o'clock. By the way, the front gate of the park also closes at about 10 o'clock, so you need to, when you're done with the kickoff party, head over to the front gate, get back into your campsite before the front gate closes. So something to think about there. Tuesday, I'm going to grab a drink. Hopefully you guys have one with me. Tuesday, registration opens from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Sand Hollow Resort Clubhouse. You'll be able to see Heather and the girls there. They're going to be helping get all of you guys signed up. Changes with trails and all the stuff that typically happens. Uncle Buck, I'm sorry to hear that. 9 o'clock, most of the trails start. The Kids Access Run, or Kids Access Trail Ride, starts at Lonnie Boys at 9 o'clock as well. This is where we really need your help. We need vehicles with 4 seats available so that the kids can go on the trail rides with us. Now, for specific reasons, every participant has to have a chaperone with them. So we work with 2 kids and a chaperone for every vehicle, which means ideally 4-door vehicles with back seats are available so that everyone can enjoy the Kids Access Run. Now, in the past, there has been times when I'm looking at a comment here. In the past, there's been times when the front gate is closed at 9. This year, we're commissioned to where the front gate doesn't close until 10 on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, the front gate is open till 11. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the front gate's open till 11. So, anyway, that's what you'll see there for the front gate. Let's see here. You've got hunt registration that opens in the mornings. At 2 o'clock, after you're done with your trail rides on Tuesday, you have the Tough Country Challenge, which is the Trail Breaker Last Chance Qualifier. 12 drivers run one course, qualifying for 5 spots this year into the Trail Breaker event. Now, the fun thing about this is if they do the Trail Breaker LCQ and they don't finish it, they don't move on. It's that simple. So even if we have 5 spots open, if only 2 people finish the course, only 2 people move on to the Trail Breaker. Either you make it or you don't, and that's just the way it is. So kind of a tough way to get in, but it's the way we roll when we're doing trail breaking. So 5 p.m., you've got the blindfold barrel racing presented by Raceline Wheels. 9 o'clock on Tuesday, we have the American Off-Road Customs Drive-In Movie on the Rocks. Guys, that is so much fun to be a part of. Right now, the movie is TBA. Last year, we played Maverick, the Top Gun Maverick. It was super fun. You can jump on the trail with these guys early. The trail leaves at, I believe, 6 o'clock. Works its way up 777s. At the end of 777s, trail is the drive-in movie, and it is a blast to be out there. The sun sets. There's other guys out there. TNA Wiener's going to be out there serving dinners. There's usually a popcorn machine running around. Kids are having fun playing RC cars. We get to watch a cool movie, hang out, and then off we go. So that's kind of the last event of the evening on Tuesday. Wednesday, registration opens at 7 a.m. That's kind of like a staple, the entire event. OC Jeep Grill. This is at Sand Hollow State Park in southern Utah. If you've never heard of Trail Hero, or apparently you have because you follow us, you should come to the event. You need to be here. It is the best wheeling. It kicks Moab's ass. Sorry, if people love Moab, that's fine. Moab's got good views. We have good wheeling. That's the way it works. And the event, by the way, I can't believe we didn't talk about this. The event is October 2nd through the 7th. OC Jeep Grill, you need to be there. Now, Wednesday, October 4th, there's a bunch of different stuff happening. Registration opens. Trails start at 9 o'clock. Our special needs access run for adults happens at 9 o'clock. We all meet at Lonnie Boys. That's adults with physical and cognitive disabilities. We take them out onto the trails as well. Again, if you're not really into doing that, there's other trails to sign up for, and there's plenty of space already. So whether you're on a 2-rated trail or a 10-rated trail, we have room. Sign up on our website, thetrailhero.com. All of our trail registration information is there. You can sign up, and it's easy to do. And we've kind of refined the process, so it should be a lot of fun to get through that and then get here to the event. Now, at 2 p.m., we're doing the side-by-side shootout race. And these guys, so this is the side-by-side version of Trailbreaker. We're going to take the most extreme drivers in side-by-sides with the best equipment. Some of these side-by-sides have portals and rear steer and full hydro steering and like some crazy stuff on a side-by-side. But all of them have, factory configuration suspension, factory motors, or maybe they're tuned up a little bit, but none of them are straight axled. They're all IFS IRS vehicles, and all things that you can essentially buy and enter from a dealership if you really were crazy. So these crazy side-by-side drivers, 12 of them, are going to be racing up Nasty Half, and it's going to be nuts. A lot of the side-by-side guys, they don't venture up Nasty Half. It's a little too hard for a lot of guys. I don't know if I've seen a side-by-side make every obstacle on Nasty Half, not including the crazy buggy life stuff, but the original trail. And I'm excited to see these guys race up this trail. We're talking to guys like Lauren Healy bringing out his King of the Hammers car. We've got locals like Gabe Payne and Brendan Dalton and Craig Stump with rear steer on his side-by-side, and the UTV Pros guys. Tyler Harper's talking about building a side-by-side with rear steer and portals. So these are all really cool, starting to push the progression of the sport for side-by-sides and moving into the more difficult terrain. We've done it for Jeeps and buggies. Now it's time to have some fun with some side-by-sides as well. And these guys are going to be driving the craziest obstacles. If you have ever been on Nasty Half, you know it is nuts. You cannot take a full-bodied rig up there without destroying it, and we're going to take side-by-sides up it as well. So one thing to think about when it comes to Trail Hero, as long as you have 4 wheels and a roll cage or factory hardtop or whatever, this event is for you. So it doesn't matter if you're in a stock 4-wheel drive vehicle, a buggy, or a side-by-side. We have trail rides for you. We have entertainment for you. And if you don't have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, you can still attend all of our free events. You can watch Trailbreaker. You can watch our rock crawl. You can watch the side-by-side racing. You can attend our vendor show. It's all free. You can attend the Music Fest, buy tickets and everything. So, and yes, Jeeps too. Like, come out, enjoy Southern Utah. It is beautiful and the terrain is awesome. Now, after that's over, and this is what Amanda's really looking forward to, is our JE Real Drivelines Rock Sports Gala. This is an invite only. You have to buy passes for this specifically, and it is kind of our high-end way to have fun at the event. It's a very VIP party. if for whatever reason you can't make the Rock Sports Gala, we have the Laser Nut Bonfire at Sand Hollow's Raceline Wheels Beach area. And then on top of that, we have a drive-in movie at the Monster Energy main stage. So, and that movie is to be determined as well. So that all happens Wednesday evening. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, but there's something for everyone. So should be a lot of fun. This year at the gala, I think we're talking with dueling pianos, we have a DJ, and if you've been to the gala before, you know all the rest of the cool stuff that happens. I'm not going to get too far into that stuff. Thursday, October 5th, this is our Veterans Appreciation Day. By the way, camping info is on our website. We'll put a link in the comments as well, and that'll help kind of get you on to speed with camping info. Again, primitive camping and overland camping still available. We've got about 40 to 50 spots for each. So there is a full schedule available on the website right now. If you go onto the website, click on 2023 schedule. It's literally what I'm reading from as I'm talking to you guys. So everything's there. And it looks like Miss Brandy here is starting to add some links that'll help you guys kind of navigate some of this stuff. The Trail Hero event schedule should be posted in the comments momentarily. Thursdays are Veterans Appreciation. We're going to meet at Lonnie Boy's Barbecue at 9 o'clock. Try to leave around 9:30. We're going to run, I think we're on West Rim and West Rim Light this year. There's a ton of people from Orange County going, by the way. Southern California probably makes up of about 10% of our people that come to the event. The app, I know there's another question here. The app will be updated in about 2 weeks. So, Veterans Run, this is where we cater breakfast and lunch, and everyone gets a shirt, and we go out and run trails out on Sand Hollow. Eventually, we run all the way over to the drill grounds, check out the drill grounds, which is kind of a memorial on the mountain of each of our fallen brothers and sisters, and it's kind of a cool place to just be a part of what's going on there. So Veterans Run's awesome. We're working this year with the local VA and a couple other veterans homes to get more people out, as well as Fond du Lac Hyundai. Fond du Lac Hyundai has stepped up to the plate, and they have made sure that every single veterans ticket this year at Trail Hero will be covered, compliments of them. So all you got to do is show your proof of service, whether that's active or retired, and so it's I think I'm going to be corrected here, but DD 214 and a DD 256, or if you're a Blue Star or Gold Star family, we'll have tickets for you as well. Come out and enjoy the day on us. You'll have tickets to the Music Fest. All 3 days will be covered, compliments of Fond du Lac Hyundai. Breakfast in the morning is going to be provided by Stapley Pharmacy, a local pharmacy here who delivers and is very veteran friendly as well. So they've got a huge American flag mural on the side of their business, which we will actually run down and take photos of soon. It's just a really cool kind of wall art deal as well that they've contributed to and tried to create a space for people like us who love America. If you don't love America, don't come to Trail Hero, by the way. It's not going to work for you. On Thursday, the other thing we've got is the BF Goodrich Tires Trailbreaker. It starts at 2 o'clock. The location is undisclosed. Connor, that's actually what we're getting into right now. Military ID, by the way, works. DD 214 or your retired ID. Thank you, Uncle Buck, for adding that.
Works for her.
Sorry?
Works for the free tickets.
Works for the free tickets, yeah.
For Music Fest.
For Music Fest. And for your trail ride. So the Trailbreaker location will not be announced until the week of the event, but it is on Thursday, October 5th this year. So if you're used to it being on Friday, cross that out. We move some things around. Trailbreaker this year is on Thursday, October 5th at 2 p.m. Location to be determined. We've got about 6 locations on the mountain that we can choose from, and we're just looking for the right one for this year. So still in debate on the exact location, but it doesn't get revealed until the event starts. Let's see here. At 3 p.m., the Trail Hero Music Fest gates open. Will Call opens in Vendor Row. Vendor Row opens as well. Power Hour starts at 5 to 6. That's where you're going to get your best show discounts. Get in there, get some cool swag, get some good parts. That's going to be the most important, probably, hour of the week is during Power Hour. And then Music Fest starts at 7 p.m. We're starting off with Cole Hartley, then Matt Ferris, and Uncle Cracker there on Thursday night. We're really excited about having them play for us, and you can get tickets on our website, thetrailhero.com or trailheromusicfest.com. Friday, October 6th, again, kind of see the pattern here. Registration opens at 7 to 10. Trails start at 9 o'clock. We have a Sand Outlaw prelims start at 10 a.m. on the beach at Sand Hollow. If you're going on trail rides, you'll miss it, but if you're not going on trail rides, you're just coming in town or just want to be there, you're more than welcome to watch all those guys. Those Sand Outlaw drag racing guys are insane. They'll be on the beach doing prelims at 10 a.m. Then we've got Vendor Row that opens at 3. We've got a rock crawl. All of the professional rock crawlers and amateur rock crawlers that want to compete, they have the ability to do that from 2 to 6 p.m. on Friday. Make it a little closer to the weekend for them. A lot of these guys are, your everyday average Joe, work all week just so they can wheel the weekend. And so it's important that we put the rock crawl closer to the weekend so it's easier for them to get to. And that's one of the big reasons for the schedule change. Trail Hero Music Fest gates open at 3. Power Hour again from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Best show discounts, in my opinion, at any event will be at Trail Hero. And then the Music Fest starts at 7 p.m. The headliner for Friday night is Saving Abel. We've got great opening and supporting acts like Hinge, Six String Revolver, and a couple others. And all that will be, more information will be available for that soon. And then 7 p.m., typically with Trail Hero, we have night runs that start. So this year we actually have night runs every night of the week. But Friday is kind of our big night run night as well. If you're not into the Music Fest and aren't interested in hanging out with a bonfire, hit the trails, go have fun. Saturday, October 7th. Registration opens at 7. Trails start at 9. The Sand Outlaw Drag Racing Series Finals start at 10 a.m. So if you're not doing trails or whatever, you have things to watch. There's good motorsports events that will be fun to be a part of. Hunt registration and completion swag bag pickups are from 1 to 3. 2 o'clock, we have the start of activities and vendor show at the Sand Hollow State Park. Vendor Row will be hopping. As soon as you get off your trails, get to Vendor Row. From 5 to 6 is going to be Power Hour again, 3 days in a row, 1 hour each day. Sounds like Bailey Built's going to be there. Thank you guys for coming out. You want the best Bronco products, in my opinion, in the U.S., you're going to get them at Bailey Built. Tried and true, good, custom Bronco products, whether it's for mainly early Broncos, but so check out Bailey Built. Thanks for tuning in. Again, Power Hour, that's where you're going to get your best deals. Our charity raffle this year is going to go from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then at 7 p.m., Trail Hero Music Fest starts. Our headliner is POD. We've got Jared Blake and Big Vinny coming back out. We've got Distortion coming out. And we're working on a fourth band for that as well. If you haven't figured out, kind of the trend of Trail Hero is from the time the sun rises till way past the sun sets, it is a shit ton of fun. You're gonna have a lot of good times with a lot of great people. It is one of those, like, you're gonna need a vacation from your vacation just to get back in the groove of things. If you really take advantage of the event, you're gonna be busy every hour of the day, and it's gonna be one of the most fun weeks of your life. So that kind of rounds up the event. Sunday morning, if you're still around, tread lightly in us. We're putting together trail cleanups. Everyone who participates will have some Trail Hero swag as well. It is 5 days of wheeling. It's over 140 trails. There's over 300 volunteers, and we couldn't have done any of this event without our volunteers and staff. I should have said something about it earlier, but our volunteers and our staff are the reason why we can do this. People come from all over the country just to cater to you guys, just to help us out, and the staff and the volunteers and everyone that kind of puts effort into making this happen. It's a big undertaking, and we're happy to be a part of it. I'm literally a small part of how this all works out. I just happen to be the face of the franchise, but it's a lot of fun for a lot of people, and we all expect you to be there and having fun with us. So it is the best time in Southern Utah. I'm going to open this up for questions. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to get to a couple here. New Jeep attending at JKU 2015. What should I bring? I would say bring something to air down your tires with. You're going to need it. They're going to be having fun off-road. Anytime you go off-road, you're going to you're going to have to air down. I would say bring some recovery gear. We have the jam rigging. We have Factor 55. We have all sorts of things. By the way, if you don't have anything to bring to air down for your trails, EasyFlate is going to be on site. They're the official inflation system of Trail Hero. You can air down and air up before you get on the trail and after you get off the trail. They're going to have a setup there at the trail staging area, what we're calling the flight deck. And so at the flight deck, EasyFlate's going to be there providing a free service to all you guys. You can air down immediately, air up immediately when you're done, and off you go. It should be a lot of fun. EasyFlate will help you with that. Other things you should bring are folding chairs, food, provisions to get through time in the desert, right? You bring lunch, bring lots of snacks, bring lots of water, some recovery equipment, just like you would if you were going to try to wheel by yourself in the middle of nowhere, but at least you have people to help you get through. You're going to have spotters to help you get through, guides to show you how to get through each of the obstacles. That's kind of the cool part. Sand Hollow is known for being this very extreme trail system, but we try to make it as easy as possible. We provide maps, we provide guides, we provide spotters, we provide recovery. We even have Carnage Welder out there doing not just recoveries, but fixing, trail fixes out on the mountain as well. But number one thing, bring water and lots of it, because it's the desert. As far as, we got a question here, where can we get the cool Trail Hero coolers? So we are trying to build an online system where you can custom order these really cool coolers. It's kind of a cumbersome process. What I do know is you can definitely get coolers at the Kickoff party and all week through merchandise at the Trail Hero merchandise trailer until we're sold out. And at that point, we're going to move to online ordering, and you'll have one drop shipped to your house as soon as the event's over. The trail staging, or what we're calling the flight deck, is this year is provided by Real Truck and the Real Truck brands. That will be at the back of the Music Fest venue. Last year we had it on the beach. We're going to reserve the beach for our overland campers and our sand outlaw guys and our blindfold barrel racing. So this year we're going to be on the south side of the main road in the back side of the Music Fest venue. And that will be the new location of the flight deck where you will stage every morning for your trails and leave out for your trails. And you're right, Aqua Jeep Grill, the kickoff party from Yukon Gear and Axle is the funnest way to start the event. It's going to be freaking awesome. Let's see here. Bronco bumpers and slider suggestions. I only suggest literally... of course, I'm getting a call throughout this. 1 second. Sorry. Got a call in the middle of this thing. Let's see here. Bronco bumpers and slider suggestions. You know, I know Rock Slide puts together a good... Let's see. What the heck is happening here? Well, if you're on Instagram, sorry if it's a little glitchy. But... the slider suggestions, as far as whether you're in a Bronco or a Jeep, I really suggest Rock Slide. I really like what they've done with the steps, step down. They've gone through a lot of revisions. As a mechanical engineer, I know how difficult it is to continually produce a product that works, and the revisions and upkeep that comes along with it. I believe they've got the best product on the market when it comes to sliders for your everyday average wheeler. When you go to the more hardcore stage of Broncos or Jeeps, specifically Broncos, what we're going to talk about, I would suggest the Bailey built stuff. They have like high profile bumpers that allow for turning sharp corners and approach and departure angles that I have not seen on any other type of Bronco. Additionally, they have sliders that tuck up real close to the rocker panels there. And then they have roll cages as well. And if you're a Bronco guy, they do full Bronco builds on top of that. So custom stuff. I've seen a lot of their products, and I really like. If you've got an early Bronco, that's the place to go. If you've got a late Bronco, the new Broncos, check out that Rock Slide engineering stuff. It's good stuff. I've got still a couple more questions coming in, being written down. She's working on it. Here we go. TGE vendor camping?
I don't know what that means. Vendor camping.
Okay, vendor camping. Okay, vendor camping. All vendors are going to get another newsletter with all your information in it. All of our vendor communication really kind of starts August 1st. But as a vendor, you're allowed to camp in your campsite, in your vendor booth. If your camper isn't part of your vendor booth, then you need to buy Primitive Camping on our website now before we sell out. We're getting close. We've got about 40 spots left. Get your campsite. And so if you're going to camp in your vendor booth, you can do that. It's free of charge. If you're not going to camp in your vendor booth, I suggest going to the website and reserving your campsite today. What other questions do we have? We've got 2 minutes left. I think we've fit everything nicely into a 1 hour period. What do you guys have for me? Any other questions? No? Maybe? There's a lot of information being passed around on both our Facebook and Instagram, but it's all looking pretty good. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday from here to the event. Oh, do we have another question?
Vendor booth pricing goes up August 1st.
Yes. If you're a vendor and you're on the fence of whether or not you're going to come out, vendor booth pricing goes up August 1st. So get your vendor booth now. Question on Instagram, volunteers get free primitive camping. Yes. As long as you camp in our volunteer camping area, you get free camping for primitive camping at the lake. If you decide to camp with your friends outside of primitive camping or outside of our volunteer area, you then have to pay for it. So I believe that rounds out all the questions. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate what you're doing. attending our event, supporting us. We know you take time away from your family, from your work, maybe it's your vacation time. You're doing everything you can to spend that time with us. We recognize that. We appreciate it. Keep it up. We can't do this without you guys. And thank you so much for attending the event and supporting what we do. And it's going to be an awesome time. We have, I think, 75 days until the event, and we are pinned as far as staff is concerned. For those, by the way, asking about when typically does the hookups for registration or for camping start, camping opens depending on who's controlled it in the past. When the state park controlled it, it was June 1st. However, we were commissioned by the state parks as far as at a state level to take over camping this year. And then on top of that, they raised their fees. So kind of the situation we're in now is we control the camping, but we have a ton of added costs when it comes to that as well. So anyway, when we're in control of camping, which should be from here on out or this year on out, camping will typically open March 1st, and you can buy all of your campsites, whether it's full hookups, primitive hookups, partial hookups, group sites, overland camping. All of that happens March 1st from here on out. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate all of you guys, reinforcing our message, helping us spread the word. Of course, like, share, comment on all this stuff. We'll get to it more. This will eventually be posted on our Facebook and our YouTube as well. Check those out. If you didn't catch the first part of this broadcast, you can catch it later. Thank you guys so much. And we will, looks like we're going to see you guys briefly, 75 days or less, hopefully.